Welcome everyone, it's Vapor Stragmar. It's time for some more Raid Shadow Legends. We are going to be continuing our roll up Nightmare, whereby we are going to be helping out our dear buds, these two, and I am going to be trying my final gauntlet to getting him to 60. Which sounds easy to do, right? Anything but. Because if you don't do that, like, that, brand of shame, perfect. Gonna go through Nightmare, the entirety of it, if we can, if needed. Cause see, the main dealio here is I'm trying to funnel XP into into Jintoro and Fahrakin. And in order to do this, we have to continue to take them into the Nightmare. There is no substitute for that. Let's keep it going. As I've got to continuously give as much XP to this guy as possible. I have a bit under an hour to do it. Now, while I would use Brutal, he already went through Brutal and did not get there, so we might as well use Nightmare. That's seemingly the only way I can give him that giant juice of XP that he needs to get all the way to 60. Because I don't see how else he's going to get there. Like, quickly. Because the truth of the matter is, like, if I go to Brutal, how am I going to get enough XP? 15,000 XP a time isn't even going to be enough to easily or quickly do it. Because I mean, I could go back to Brutal to do it, but would that do it, though? I don't think so. I really don't think so. Got him with that. Perfect. Stage 3-6, and then it's on to Mashald. It's on to good old Mashald. And Seeker. Seeker's here too. Seeker is an endgame epic. But yeah, I'm not expecting to get... Did you see that one shot on Nightmare? Yeah. Like, I did not expect... Like, I have to keep getting these people to 60, and Nightmare seems the ideal place to do it. Because otherwise, we're going to be here a while on Brutal, and that's boring. And boring makes for bad content. So, I'm not planning on doing anything boring to get that to happen. There we go, and there is Mashald. Now, Mashald himself is actually a very scary dude. You're about to see. Because he can really smack and take over your life. But not there. Like, he's more potent in Arena. So we're going to go to 4-1 Nightmare. We can see some Delvers here today. This place is actually ultra scary on Nightmare, so be aware. That I actually have to be careful here. I have to focus that Gnarlhorn so we don't get stale locked. As we move through this leafy area. We have to focus that Basher, as he will make our life a living hell. Past this point, things get sticky. And I'll have to remove Kale out of the equation. Because what ends up happening is we start running into enemies that are stronger than Kale can deal with after stage 4. So that's something worth noting. That is something worth noting. Got him. Gonna blast him with that. Get that extra turn on there. Because this does get harder, by the way. Just thought I'd want to point this out. This does get harder. Trying to get him as fast XP as humanly possible. Alright. That Oni's Rage in there. Perfect. This looks easy what I'm trying to do, but it isn't really. Hopefully, we just get him straight to 60 with no preambles. Hopefully. And then we can worry about getting good old Jintoro to 60. Because both of them have their own roles to play. This is going to be a little iffy here. There we go. I mean, we're earning 17k a pop. Sure, it's costing some energy fuel. I will go fix that. I discovered something new today that might interest you. But it's highly nerdy. I'm just finishing a recording session of some stuff involving Jintoro's final climb to fame. Now, Jintoro himself is actually a bit of a monster, but I haven't unlocked his full form yet for a number of reasons. And one of them is that my I need to find gear with very specific stats to really, truly unlock the terror that this guy actually is. Alright. Stage 6 is coming up. But yeah, I'm gonna have to replace Kale with something else just to continue on. I may have to grind this a little further. Actually grind a level more than once. Potentially. Hopefully not. Hopefully we can just get through the nightmare tenor without too much hassle. We can't do it with just Kale. The next area will demand me to do something else. So, yeah. Now, ironically, that makes that slightly more convenient. Why? Because then I can just target the Paragon instead and kick his butt real hard. Now, there's a reason we want to target this Zavia, because this Zavia has the potential to completely obliterate us. So, in this case, I'm actually going to, for the first time, swap out for Drex. Because Drex can actually tank all of this. Kale cannot. So that ultimately is going to be the issue here. Up to him to survive. Although, that is not working out entirely as planned. So, we're gonna go the full squad. I know I normally don't do this, but we're doing it now. For him. He unfortunately put the life shackles on someone else. Because they get more XP. First, I'm trying to get these Ghostborn out of the equation. Because the Ghostborn are proving to be a much more potent force than previously anticipated. that's proving to be an issue. Because we are not getting the XP I want from that. So, ultimately, as much as I dislike saying this, Demetha is getting involved. Because Demetha makes this all the easier to do. To defeat this dragon and to get out of the woods. So yeah, we're going to be using Demetha Drex, I think, for the rest of it, up until the last boss, which, if we get that far, I'm going to be using Paragon Cheese. Because that's the only real way of doing it. That is going to do the job. Now, here, notice the affinity. Yeah, we are bringing the Drex and the Demetha into the equation. We may end up bringing the Deacon into the equation. Because we may need the Deacon to deal with the last boss of this specific region, because this specific region is highly problematic in the best of times. There's a reason I'm targeting her specifically. I don't need her bombs, because her bombs are obscenely annoying. Also all force affinity, and I normally would never bring Jintoro here if he wasn't on his 10R to 60. Because he has a job to do. Because his job, might have already assumed, his job in here is to get to 60, both him and Fahrakin. That is his job, and until he does that, I'm not letting up if I can help it. Now, the team comp will change when I get him to 60, which is not far, because I want see, because this is the fastest way I can get a champ to 60, honestly. This is the fastest method. The other stuff is not fast enough to deal with my time constraint. The reason that Kale is being replaced with Drex is because we are in real endgame territory. So, in real endgame territory, Kale's usefulness drastically wanes. And other champions start to take over from there. Yes. Alright, we're on the final stretch for Fahrakin, thankfully. The final stretch. And then after that, it's all gonna be for Jintoro, who's got 6 levels to go. Doesn't sound like a long way, but at this level, it is. It so is. Thankfully, that. Get the lash in. Get that going. See how little XP it tanks even with, like, how little 14k XP does even at this level? Yeah, that's an indication of how hard it is to actually get a champ to actual 60. This is it. This is the real indication. The real cost. Like this kind of effort. The fact that they have a genuine Skull Crusher is really annoying. But that's Nightmare for you. One day the game will actually give me one. But today, game's like, nope. Game is like, nope. You're not doing it. keep it up. See if I can make it. Oh my god, that guy's so annoying. Okay, I'm going to very briefly just go over there and close the door. Because that guy is so annoying. Oh. Okay. Let's do that. Try to get that. It's a long gauntlet. Like, it looks easy to get the last 10 levels. It's not. It is not. Especially if you've decided to actually try to do it the fast way, which is to go into Nightmare. That is the fast way, believe it or not. Because the other way doesn't give you enough XP per run, and it involves being more repetitive. There's a reason I'm doing that. I do not need that Gnarlhorn getting set up. Because if he gets set up, we're done. Like, we are going to be there for a very long time if he gets set up. So, as long as Gnarlhorn doesn't set up, perfectly fine, I think. It's not 100% guaranteed, but we're not going to be stuck there forever having it put unkillable buff on itself over and over and over and over again. Which, as you might imagine, is obscenely frustrating. $2 million silver. Like, that's a lot of silver. Oh, wow. So yeah, as you can tell, we are doing genuinely advanced content at this point. And you can just casually get 2 billion silver. Like, that's not something that happens every day in this game. Not something that happens every day. So we can get that. Extra turn. Get the Oni's Rage. Yeah, we're beating the hell out of him. We're beating him really hard. Because I'm not letting him get anywhere. There we go. Perfect. Okay, this fight... We're gonna need Deacon in this fight. Well, actually... We might need Vergus in this fight. Because, like... This fight... If you don't have... If you don't have Destroy Gear, this fight is frustrating as hell, by the way. I just want to point that out. This fight, if you can't burst him down, this boss, this war chief, you are in for a world of pain. If you cannot burst this guy down. And I didn't do it perfectly, so we're going to redo it anyway. We want to take these rain beasts out of the equation, as they are frustrating. Alright. Trying to get some burn damage on him. So, we're going to want to start decreasing the defense on him. this fight is extremely annoying as is. I think I have to try to take him out of the equation faster. You know what? I'm gonna go skip this fight and move on to the next area. Because I do not have much left of this boost. So we've got to make it count. By any means necessary. Yeah. Take that at face value, but yeah, we have to do this by any means necessary. Because that's going to take too long, and I want the XP. Sure, before I didn't have access to this, but if I have access, and I don't have to, like, beat that boss for the first time, I might as well move on. Move on, fight the other stuff for XP, get them to 60. Might as well. Because, like, I don't really have a reason for trying to stay on that same frustrating boss. Unless I want to, like, make a special team comp to kill it. Which we will do later, but I just want to get these people to 60. That's my main objective here. And I only have 11 minutes to do it, so... Yes, this sounds like an easy thing to do, right? Right? No. Answer is no. Because the amount of XP actually required to get a champion to max is highly significant. That's the problem, ultimately. That is ultimately the issue. Like, if we can get past a boss fight without too much hassle, I'll do it. But if it's gonna be way much of a hassle and they're just gonna keep cleansing and stuff, I'm gonna skip that boss fight. Straight up. I'm just gonna skip it. Because at this point, my main objective is simple. Get the guy to 6-star. That is my main objective. Because we've got to keep going on the way. There we go, perfect. Like, I'm getting a lot of silver this way. Is this easy way to get silver? Not really, but I have, like, a specific reason for doing this. Look at these resets, man. Beautiful. Like, we're getting close, but we're also getting close to the end of this XP boost. Like and subscribe. I work very hard on my content. There's a reason I'm doing this, though. Is because I want, if I can help it, I want to try to get Jintoro 260 with less XP, with less, the least amount of repetition. That's my objective. That is my objective. Because yes, I can do this with a lot of repetition in Brutal, but who wants to watch that? You didn't subscribe to watch that, did you? No. You did not. You wanted to watch a variety of content, and you wanted me to do stuff the tryhard way. So that is exactly what we are doing. The tryhard method. Okay. I think Fahrakin will reach his destiny level soon. Which means I can then finally fully focus all the XP on Mr. Jintoro here. And that might allow me to do it. Or like get close enough that I can just throw potions on him. Get him to 60 and start getting him in content. I'm amazed he tanked that. Dear Lord. How the heck did he tank that? What on earth? Alright, we got Fahrakin to 60. Let's go. Fahrakin is 60, which means only Jintoro remains. Let's go. Let's go. That should give us the edge. Now, will I get him to 60? Is debatable. But we got him very close. And I might just like nudge him over the edge with potions, you know? That's what I think I'm gonna do. So he's getting 20,000 XP. Well, I'll nudge him to the last level, and then we'll try to get him. We'll try to get him with his ceremonial boss fight. That's what's gonna be the technique that we're going to use. the ceremonial boss fight technique. Because I know we're gonna run out of XP boost. And there's like... It's like, why is that? It's because... It takes a lot to... Okay, I'm taking him out of the equation because I don't need him messing everything up. Okay, we got Queen Eva. 20k XP a pop. Okay, well, we're gonna use Deacon for this. We're probably going to run out of XP at this point. Like XP boost. Which is gonna hurt. But I'm just gonna have to live with it and boost him in another way. Well, we ran out of XP boost, so in that case, I don't know if I want to take that XP boost. Do I or do I not? That's the real question. That is the real question. Holy mackerel, that's a long way to that. Every gem counts, man. Every gem counts. So I know this is not common for me to do, but I feel like the time has come for me to do this. There we go, perfect. Now, let's try taking him to a ceremonial boss fight. And let's make it not the classic one. Now you're like, but don't you normally... Like, here's the thing. I'm out of XP boost, and I want to get this done tonight. So, that's ultimately why I'm doing this. Alright, you know what? Let's make the ceremonial boss fight instead Mashalt. Let's do it. Let's actually do it. Not just theoretically do it. Let's do it. Because I really want Mashald. I really want a Mashald, and I want to represent how much I want Mashald. So, because I want to represent that, I'm going to do it this way. Do it this way. Why are we doing it this way? Because that's how I feel like I want to end this. Get the Oni's Rage. Beat down! There we go. Perfect! Well, you know what? We're just gonna throw a potion at him. Because I'm not going to stand for that. I'm just going to splash a potion in his face. Or some of these worthless food champs. There we go. We did it! And next time, I'm going to be doing some more other stuff, other content. Like and subscribe. I work very hard on my stuff.